Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of those things together. The content that we're going to talk about right now is a rumor that is circulating DC, the swamp, as it were. Nature is healing itself. FBI Director Chris Wray, he goes out the door, and now ATF Director Stephen Dettelbach has been rumored to be resigning on 1/18 just before Trump's inauguration so he doesn't get fired. Now again, I want to stress this has not been confirmed, as the evidence I'm about to show you is going to bring forward. But if it's true, oh, is it going to be sweet? And I've got some amazing things to show you of his, I'm not even going to say his greatest hits, just the top of mind stupid that this man has brought forward at the helm of the ATF. Oh, you're going to love every second of it. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on if you are here for that freedom and to spread it to the next generation. And thank you in advance for doing that. All right, guys. Let's jump into this. Again, really want to stress, as Ava Flannel has said on her Twitter account, it has not been confirmed. There is no sourcing outside of a leaked memo. I'm only reporting as if this is true. Okay, I cannot tell you 1,000% he did this. I can only tell you that's what's circulating. But let's operate under that as being correct, because I always like to have receipts, and in this case, I cannot 1,000% confirm it happened. But if he's truly resigning, and you had the FBI Director, Christopher Wray, resign already, and we've kind of been watching this nature healing itself kind of thing, where the corrupt politicians and the bureaucrats are getting kicked out of their executive seats of power, which tend to infringe upon the rights of the population, you and I'm here for it. Because if this thing is truly correct, we're going to have no ATF director until Trump either makes another one or leaves the spot vacant and they have a temporary director. Yep. Let's get into this. Let me read you this, and then I'll show you a few of the greatest hits I've got pulled up here. So, this is reportedly from Steve Dettelbach. Again, this is all rumored, has not been confirmed yet. Dear Mr. President, talking to Mr. President Joe Biden. Pursuant to the memorandum for presidential appointees on guidance on letters of resignation dated December 18, 2024, I hereby tender my resignation as director of the ATF, effective January 18, 2025. That's 2 days before Trump gets inaugurated. It was the honor of my professional career to serve at ATF in your administration. As you said when nominating me to ATF director, quote, the mission of this agency isn't controversial. Okay, yes it is. It's public safety. If public safety is raiding families, flashbanging women, and then making children come out in the cold in their underwear. Whatever. Anyway, I have now seen the brave and talented people at ATF live out your words for years, and I've realized results. Under your leadership and that of the Attorney General and Deputy Attorney General, we met head-on the challenge of a historic spike in violent crime coming out of the pandemic. As I leave ATF, the country has experienced 2 years of historic decreases in the violent crime rates. After I added this part, after we manipulated and stopped reporting from the major cities. Anyway, other than that, let's keep going. Including drops in firearms-related cases. That progress did not occur by accident. The heroic, talented, and hardworking people at the ATF, along with our many partners, fought hard and risked everything to gain that ground, and Americans are better off for it. Thank you for the privilege of calling the men and women of ATF my colleagues and calling you my president. Sincerely yours, Stephen M. Dettelbach. Silly, silly man. All right. So now that's what they're reporting. And it's all a rumor again. But let's just go down memory lane of what we've just had to deal with this man at the helm of the ATF. Here we go. Let's just.
Is an all of the above approach.
So the president claims he's taken more executive actions to stop the flow of illegal guns than any other administration. But executive actions can be overturned easily by the next president.
Oh, and they're gonna. But anyway.
Unless something is actually codified into the law, right? And you need Congress to do that. So is there any single request you would make to Congress now that would make a difference in the trend you're talking about?
So again, really, people ask me, what's my top priority? What's my wish list? I think the reality is it's going to be a lot of things that we have to do to get out of this situation to make things better. And we've talked about some of them, right? One of the things the president's talked about repeatedly is the idea of making it harder for criminals to get guns. Mm-hmm. It's the idea of background checks, right? Which stops every year thousands and thousands of people from getting firearms. Now, under the current law, we have background checks for a whole host of people. And by the way, not everybody's following that current law. So number one is being better at enforcing the current law, right? But number two is if Congress wants to consider more on universal background checks, this is a program which has been shown to work.
Okay. You guys gonna miss this guy if this is true? I mean, I don't think he's gonna serve under Trump's presidential cabinet. I mean, or administration. Quite honestly, it was just kind of a matter of time before he resigned. But that right there, universal background checks, all sorts of really silly gun control things. How about this one where we talk with what's this woman's name? I'll remember her name in a second. I think it's Tagman. I'll remember in a second. Hold on. Let's go.
It's the latest record count for ATF's illegal digital searchable national gun registry.
Zero. We obey the law.
According
We do not, on none of our
according
records.
to your letter, you have over 865 millions of these records are in digitalized format. You have admitted it.
Respectfully, I think ATF is the only customer of Adobe Acrobat that pays
let's
money
get
to
into that.
remove search function.
Before the Commerce Justice Science
Okay, so remember, this is the guy right here, ATF director. He doesn't have an $800 million or 800 million user database. He only has an 800 million user collection of information that has no search function, so therefore it's not a database. Ooh, gonna miss that one. Let's go to the next one. Got this one ginned up for you guys too. I got a bunch of this stuff coming in the next few days.
Did you know about this raid in advance?
We do 11,000 operations a year, and
did you know
I
about
believe that, and it would
Did you
be.
know about this one, Mr. Dettelbach? Yes or no?
And I believe the first I heard about this matter was after the fact.
And what? And
He's talking about when the ATF killed Brian Malinowski in his home.
what? Who have you disciplined? What have you done?
Sorry,
What have you done in response to
what
this?
we went together with the Little Rock Police, who were also present. We went and we requested an outside agency to do an independent investigation. We fully cooperated with that investigation. That investigation, my understanding is the file has now been turned over.
I think this committee's going to want to look into this matter in much greater detail. I need to press on. Let me just ask you a general question. What do you think is the purpose of the Second Amendment?
Like all the amendments, the purpose of the Second Amendment is to protect fundamental rights of Americans.
And you believe that a fundamental right of America includes the right to bear arms?
I believe that all the rights in the Bill of Rights are important and fundamental rights, including the Second Amendment.
Great. In the second half of 20...
That guy's leaving. Didn't know about the raid on Brian Malinowski. I'm sure he's going to say he didn't know about the raid on Mark Manley, the one that just happened in Baltimore. Yeah, if it's actually true, and this resignation right here is legit, good riddance. Because this guy is inept. He's a political animal. He's just smart enough to push the buttons and just dumb enough to be manipulated. If it's true that he's gone, go team. Don't let the door kick you on the way out. And that's all I got on that one. Stay tuned, guys. We got so much more coming. As soon as this gets confirmed, I'll absolutely let you guys know. But right now, rumor mill will be making me happy. Hopefully, I'll be even happier when he's gone, because that guy has infringed a heck of a lot of people, a heck of a long time. Bye-bye.